Hey friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Thank you for joining me today. I am playing with some Kat Scrappiness goodies. I'm making a card for the Coffee Lovers blog hop, and Kat Scrappiness is a super sponsor of the blog hop. This is the Coffee Lovers blog hop for the fall winter 2021. Now, I'm not using any coffee related Kat Scrappiness products here, but I'm going to create a couple little coffee cups for these fun little Quokkas to use or to hold. And I'm going to be dressing them up in this sweet little Christmas set. These are dress up Quokkas, and this is the Christmas add-on costume set. And I love this little set. There's a coordinating die set for this, so this is really nice. They've got Mr. and Mrs. Santa, Mr. and Mrs. Elf, and I don't have any coffee sentiments, but I'm pulling out the this older stamp set that I have from Kat Scrappiness, and I'm going to use the Got Cookies because I do love to have cookies with my coffee once in a while. And I've already gone ahead and die cut all the pieces and colored them and created my sentiment. I pulled out this snow cover die that I've had for a while. I really love this one. And I die cut this in white, and I'm going to leave this white. You can see all the beautiful embossed detail there and the stitched edging. So that is actually slightly larger than an A2 card. So I made my card base 5 3/4 by 9, and I'm just going to fold it in half. So my finished card will be 5 3/4 and by 4.5. I also pulled out this beautiful frame die set. You can see the piece that you get when you use them. It's got that beautiful, interesting scallop on the edge with the stitch detail. And that's the piece I'm going to build my little scene on because I don't want to cover up all of that snowflake embossing. I think it's really beautiful. So I'm going to start with some ink blending. And I'm just going to do a little bit of ink blending because I want that background panel with that beautiful stitched detail and the snowflakes to stand out a little bit against my card base. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of ink blending around the edge. I pulled out Sponge Sugar, Victorian Velvet, and Tumbled Glass. Tumbled Glass and Sponge Sugar are my go-to blue and pink colors that I always go to when I want. Sometimes I use them. I use these colors a lot for Summer Sky. I used Shaded Lilac instead of the Victorian Velvet, but I thought the Victorian Velvet would be pretty today. It was a little darker than I wanted when I got done, but I'm actually okay with it. I like the way that it came out. So I just put some blue sort of diagonally across that smaller frame, and I'm going all around the edge of this card base that I created, and I'm just going to do the front here because I just want color peeking around the edge around that beautiful cover die. Cover dies are kind of pricey, so when you get cover dies you love, you want to use them a lot, and this is definitely one of those things I like to do if I want it to be done on white paper, which I do because this is Snowfall. So I'm adding a little bit of that Victorian Velvet, and I'm using my blue to blend out the line between the two. And I'll go back with a little bit more of that Victorian Velvet to get rid of those circular marks, and then I'll just keep going back and forth until I'm happy with the blend that I have in front of me. I just don't want harsh lines. So I'm liking the way that's looking. I'm going to go ahead and then add some of that Sponge Sugar. Such a pretty light pink. And with the Shaded Lilac, I was using that a lot for summer skies with the cloud stencil and the cloud die cuts. I was using the Shaded Lilac, the Tumbled Glass, and the Sponge Sugar. So I'm just finishing this off, and I do want to let you know that Kat Scrappiness, being a super sponsor of this event, is having a 15% off from November 12th through 19th in the shop on all of the goodies in their coffee category, and they have over 100 things in their coffee category. So I don't know about you, but I am definitely going to be scooping up some Kat Scrappiness coffee goodies. The die cuts are always fabulous, so a nice die cut would be great. And I definitely could use some coffee cups. I'm going to end up sketching out my own coffee cups for these Quokkas here because I don't have anything to use. And I do drink coffee. I don't know why I don't have any coffee-related products. So I'm going to create my little scene here. And you saw I added my die, my cover die to the card base. And I'm just going to put that aside until I need it. So I'm going to glue this tree down in the center. And I die cut out and colored 2 of the female Quokkas. And I'm just going to put a piece of foam on the back of each of these. Now, I'm going to put a link to that Coffee Lovers blog hop also, and make sure you check it out because I'm sure there are lots of goodies and lots of inspiration on the blog, on the Kat Scrappiness blog. So, check it out because a perfect Christmas gift to give someone is a card to their favorite coffee shop. Everybody who drinks coffee loves that. And even people who don't drink coffee like that because you can get a lot of other goodies at most coffee shops. So I'm using some W2, W4, and W0 along the bottom of this to give my images some grounding. I don't want them to look like they're floating in air. I want them to look like they're standing on the ground. And I just basically stippled that on, which means I just made dots. And I usually do that in about 3 different colors so that the darker ones blend into the lighter ones. And it looks like, it really does look like ground. So I did go ahead and die cut and color in 2 of the 2 presents, and I used different colors of blue and yellows and reds for the bows. I added those with some foam. I added the Quokkas with the foam, and I'm going to add all of the clothes just with some glue. And I'm going to place these down. I decided to add a little bit more stippling because the clothes are going to actually go a little bit lower than I had put my stippling. So I'm just gluing that on. And here I'm realizing that I didn't quite get that on properly. It's not covering up my little Quokka. So I'm going to add some more glue to that piece. And I think this is so relaxing. First of all, coloring to me and ink blending are very relaxing, but doing paper dowels was a fun thing when I was younger. I loved playing with paper dowels and dressing them up, not because I love fashion, but because I like to create little stories about why they needed a different outfit. And I love this. I think it's just so clever to have these cute little critters and then to have all the different holiday dress up sets. I think it's just so much fun because it makes those 2 little Quokkas so versatile. You can leave them plain or you can dress them up in cute little outfits for the different holidays. If you are dressing your pet, you probably like to dress your critters. So if you're like me, you definitely like to do this kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of moving those shoes around a little bit, just trying to get that little pom-pom to pop out. And I'm not going to use the those candy canes. I was going to put them in the coffee mugs, but I felt like they were a little big for the coffee mugs I created. So I'm adding foam, and I'm just going to place this on the center of the card front. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiment and some embellishments because Kat Scrappiness has amazing embellishments. So I'm eyeballing that in the center. If you're super fussy, definitely go ahead and measure. like if you want it straight. So I'm just going to sketch out a bunch of coffee cups and pick 2 that I like. So I sketched out a couple small ones, and I'm just coloring them in with a couple of blue shades I had on my desk, and I used one of my darker E colors for the coffee, and I'm just going to fussy cut these out. Once I got them fussy cut out, I went ahead and glued them on, and I'm just placing them in the hands of these 2 little critters, and I will add some gel pen details, and I'm going to just draw a snowflake on the front of each one of those cups. So I'm going to add my sentiment now. The Got Cookies from that Naughty or Nice stamp set, which has been in my stash for so long. I've been using it for years. I like to send it with coffee gift cards, or any gift card actually. So I'm trying to decide which one of these embellishments do I want to use. I've got so many choices here. I decided to go with the winter snowflake mix, and I'm loving it because it's a couple different shades of blue and they're tiny little snowflakes. So I'm just going to put these all around, because what a fun way to make it look like they're outside in the snowfall. And I'm just going to put a bunch of these down, and I know these are shaker bits, but they look so cute when this is done, all spread out over the front of this card. And I am going to add some white gel pen dots to make it look like more snowfall, and add some white gel pen dots on the tree and the 2 critters and the packages to make it look like more 3-dimensional snowfall. I saw that on, I think it was Kathy Recanello on her Facebook maybe. It was on a social media. It might have been Instagram, but it was interesting because she was showing how to make it look more dimensional by actually putting it on the front of the critters or the Christmas tree, and that helps too. So isn't that pretty? Like, those little snowflakes can be used for more than just shaker bits. I'm not a huge fan of making shaker cards. I don't love the way they look, but I love making shaker cards just to use all the fun shaker bits embellishments that we have, because oh my gosh, they're amazing. And I know people like to receive the shaker cards. I just never love them when they're done. I don't know why. I think it's all the dimension. But I do love being able to use products in more than one way. That's why I love stamp sets like these, where you have a basic stamp set and then you can purchase add-ons. So that's going to complete my card, and you can see the little snowfall there, and I think it looks so cute. And I did include an asterisk to make it look like a snowflake on the front of each of the cups. I should have put some of those little embellishments on there instead. That would have looked cute. And that's going to complete my card. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put links to the blog hop, and I'll put the links to the coffee related products with the discount below with all the details for that. And you can win prizes from the blog hop if you participate and leave comments at all the stops along the way. You'll have a chance to win there are a whole bunch of people participating and giving away goodies, but Kat Scrappiness is really a super sponsor. They've been sponsoring it for years. So definitely take advantage of that, friends. Play along and you might win something. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you've not already subscribed, and click that bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. Enjoy the hop and have a wonderful day.